Hi everyone, I just thought I'd very quickly pop on. This is now aimed at salon owners or other therapists as well. Just a few ideas. I've just done a video for educators and what they can do. So this is just a few thoughts. This is something I wrote for my my own personal learners and students and the salon owners. And then I thought it was a bit selfish if I kind of keep hold of that, isn't it really? So I kind of wanted to share that with everybody. As much as I could. So I thought maybe I ought to kind of share that with the rest of you guys as well. So hopefully this will give you some ideas that will help you in the run up to a lockdown, and if we do have a lockdown. It is real, it's here to stay, isn't it? We are going to get through this, but we will look very different when we come the other side of this. In many shapes and forms, and it has been a point now where it's really kind of opening up and exposing our businesses for what they are, for where we stand in terms of our procedures and our future proofing and things as well. So this is now a good time for reflection, being objective. I think I am very much a proactive, positive kind of person, so I always kind of think, okay, you know, it is what it is, it's out of my control. What can I do? And this is kind of what I've done really. I feel like it's my job as an educator to look after my learners and to look after my salons that I have contact with. And so this is kind of why I put kind of a few slides together really for them. I'm going to be holding a separate meeting for them tomorrow, so that we can kind of discuss in detail a few more plans and things that they can do, and things that just generally will help them as well. So if this helps you, great. If it's not, I'm not offended. If it's not your cup of tea, again, I'm not offended. If it gives you some ideas that help, that's even better. But I'm not saying this is what you have to do. I'm not saying this is gospel or anything like that. This is just some ideas I've had, and I feel like where we are at the moment, we need to share. We need to not compete. We need to not sit in our little isolated bubble, for want of a better word, and not share some ideas with people down the road, because we're all at the same point. And I think if we help each other, we can get through this. I think if we sit in our own little bubbles on our own and we try and cope with everything on our own, this is when we're going to start running into problems as well. So I just kind of think knowledge is kind of wealth really, and knowledge is power, and I feel like we can, you know, really share and help each other. And if there was a time for us to band together, now is definitely most definitely the time to band together, I think. So we'll do I'll do a screen share. I had started this and then bless, my son came up and I've had to like redo the whole thing as well. So this is actually technically my second recording of this. Bless him. So yeah, this is my alternative plans for salons. So obviously COVID-19, it is real and it is a risk. There's no denying that. It is going to be an issue, and our first priority obviously is our health and our safety for us, for our family members, and our clientele. So that is our first kind of priorities really. We need to keep our hygiene practices rigorous. They should be anyway, but we need to up it. We need to make it known that we are upping it as well, because your clients don't always see what's going on in the background. And I think it's a really good point to kind of make that known, that, you know, we are keeping it clean. When you're not here and in between, we are wiping down surfaces, just because they don't necessarily see you doing it. So sometimes I think they need that reassurance. You need to make a point, obviously, to wash your hands in front of your clients. You might have washed them in between anyway a million times, and you might have washed them just before your client arrived, but I just like to see that done in front of me to kind of prove a point. And I'm going to watch my clients do the same thing. And I just think no hand wash, no entry. That's just it, I think, really. I would rather lose the money than have the risk associated with it, because, you know, my health is worth more than, say, a 20 quid set of nails, okay? So I think, you know, I'd rather lose it. If they're not prepared to do it, they're not really my type of client in the first place. While you're open then, obviously additional hand washing. I have been wearing gloves as well. I do see a lot of mature clients as well, so I have worn gloves completely with them. And I just think, you know, some treatments we wear gloves for anyway, but I've been wearing it a lot for everybody. Everybody has a new set of gloves as well. Remind clients if they show symptoms, obviously they shouldn't be attending appointments, and I would be a little bit more lax on my cancellation policies. For those that are unwell and that are showing the symptoms, and it doesn't matter how close they are to the appointment, as a gesture of goodwill, I would be a little bit more lax on that. Because ultimately I'd rather them make that decision and protect me and everybody else than come to it for fear of losing money. Obviously general late cancellations, I would leave that policy as normal as well. They're just kind of, you know, general ones. I would be active on my social media. and my emails. I'm seeing a lot of really good kind of tips coming from the social media experts as well. So I would be really active on those, reminding them that I'm still here for them, and just to kind of help them out a little bit more. Obviously, if a lockdown is announced, we don't know how long we're going to get, but let's say we had we're now talking like what, Sunday now, aren't we? Let's say we get announced, say next Friday, that's it, everything's going to go pretty much on a fairly tight kind of lockdown or something. I would be tempted to work a lot and do extra hours this week in the run up to it, so it gave me a little bit more cash flow to help carry me over. But that's each to your own, but that's what I would probably be tempted to do. And if I had staff, I'd very much say, look, it's all hands on deck, you make yourself available if this happens, let's get as many appointments done as we possibly can, because people might want to get in for those last minute appointments to tide them over, particularly if you're hairdressing. Actually, I can imagine people wanting to get in and get their hair cut done at the very least before they can be tided over, if they've got major mega roots or something like that. Check out obviously the government websites for financial support, things like ACAS and that for employment issues. Look into that stuff, look at your insurance policies, start looking now, don't wait until it happens. And be really real with your staff, involve them in the process. I think I'm a big believer in getting on ground level and just being real with people and having a discussion saying, like, this is the situation we're in, this is what we're probably going to have to do for us to get through this, the other side of it, this is what we're going to need to do. And I would involve them in that process. So things that you can do then, obviously you can keep engaged with your clients, obviously by doing sort of social media posts, being giving them reassurance, sending out emails. You could do one of the things that Pete said about, like offering a voucher scheme where every £1 purchased is worth, say, £2, kind of like after the event and things. So that gives you a little bit more kind of cash flow kind of coming in and gives your client that extra value the other side. Think about online resources, think about how to educate your clients, what can you teach them? Got a few ideas coming up in a moment for that, but you can use things like Skype to have video conference calling with them. Zoom does have a free app version. I'm on Zoom now. I'm holding a meeting with myself and recording it to my laptop ready for me to upload for you guys, and I'm doing a screen share for this. So you could have a video call with your client quite easily. Their free app allows you up to 35 minutes unless you want to pay like I do, and then obviously it will allow you a lot longer and allow you to do more people as well. You can send videos via email, you can record them on your phone even, don't even have to do it on your laptop. You can send a video via email, and just to maintain that kind of connection. So some things that you could do for like some online ideas, you could do some makeup lessons. So it could be like a day, an evening, a smoky eye, a contour, or something like that. You can teach your client how to do that, particularly good for makeup artists if some of your bookings have been messed up a little bit or whatever, and your clients are still wanting to do some of those things. You could maybe just sort of engage with them in that way. Skincare side of things, you could show them how to look after their skin better, look at the maybe aging issues, acne prone, dry skins, normal ones, teen skins, like teen facial group sessions are quite popular really anyway these days. So there's no reason why that couldn't be done in a virtual kind of capacity as well. Skincare consultations, so maybe do like an online consultation or an online form for some of your really big treatments, your big kind of transformational skin solution treatments as well, in particular if that links to kind of products, can you then do your consultation and send out the right products? If we still can send out products, I would. So maybe you can do like an online consultation, put together a care package of products and post it to them, I don't know, but it's worth a go. Do some self-care tips, things that they can do at home because they can't get into the salon for maintenance. Maybe kind of do some self-care stuff that they can come up with. Hand treatments for home. God, my hands are so dry. I have eczema anyway, and my hands are so dry and they're cracking and splitting. So I will definitely be bringing my paraffin wax heater home with me, and a few other bits and pieces as well. But clients need some help with some of that sort of stuff as well. All the kids are really washing their hands a lot. They might need some extra thicker kind of balms and creams and things. Is there something like that you can do? Can you do like a nail care kind of pack, or show them how to remove their gel polish properly if they can't get in? You could do some group calls, give some tips and things like that, maybe charge a small fee for that. You could maybe book some one-to-one stuff as well, maybe kind of do like charge a slightly bigger fee if it's more of a one-to-one kind of consultation with your client. You want to kind of think about it, maybe sort of advertising to those clients that they just don't lose those results really. Like they've been with you for a little while now, they've been building up results with certain treatments you've been having. Maybe you're working on skin solution packages and things like that. they want to be able to maintain that while they're off, but they might not be able to get to you. If we go to a complete lockdown and it's only essential stuff, that's open, like shops and pharmacies or whatever, then, you know, we're not going to be able to kind of open for anything else. And yet they've invested all this time and money thus far. They're probably going to want a plan B for their like maintenance. What can they do at home? You know, do we want our clients stuck in a position where half their nail extensions are hanging off and things because, you know, we haven't been able to see them for a couple of months? And it could be like that. It might not just be a couple of weeks we're stuck at home. This could be months. We don't know. And because we don't know, I think let's plan for it as much as we possibly can and help our clients through that, because they might not have thought about that either. You know, they're probably thinking at the moment, like, you know, kids and food and relatives, particularly elderly relatives and people that are unwell. Or have low immune systems. They might not then, you know, the next thing they're going to be thinking of is like, okay, like half my eyelashes have like, you know, fallen out or whatever for my lash extensions, I'm due an infill, like how do I get the rest of them off because these are ridiculous now? You know, it might happen. And so I think, you know, we need to think about things like that. So, you know, think about how they can maintain their brows by maybe tweezing them, showing them how to do it, little how-to videos. You know, some of these you can do free of charge, some of them you can charge for as well. How to pencil in your eyebrows because you can't get in for your tint, maybe an online facial. Could do like a group call, show them how to do like pressure points, maybe like some of the natural lifting facial movements. Maybe you could do like a home gift pack before that you could retail that maybe has some of those sheet masks. I've seen like the jade and rose quartz kind of stone rollers, maybe some little mini products. You know, show them how to kind of do all that sort of stuff. You can show them how to paint their normal nail polish correctly. Maybe they can't get in for a gel polish, so maybe just show them how to paint properly. Don't assume everybody knows how to do everything properly just because you do, particularly if they normally come to you for that. Quite often they come to us for that. They're not really observing every detail of what we're doing because they're coming for relaxation and they trust that we know what we're doing. Maybe you could do some manicure pedicure packs, you know, little foot peel things. Maybe you could do like a little mini kind of tutorial on how to massage your partner, like shoulders or back, and what mediums around the house might be more suitable or something like that. You know, if you've got a client that normally comes to you regularly for a massage for a reason, maybe their partner could just take over and just do a couple of really basic techniques to kind of maintain that a little bit for them. We could look at safe removal of lash extensions. We could look at making sure our clients have got lash serums, add that to a package or something. We could start looking at the best foods for just better skin in general as well, you know, like trying not to live off maybe junk food and stuff, and, you know, what things would be better for them to help their skin from an internal point of view. So think kind of workshops, think maybe paid workshops, record them, you can recycle them, you could then send them out via email. You might do tarot card readings, I don't know. If you're qualified in aromatherapy, you could do some like aroma blends. You could maybe do some little tutorials on some aroma blends, like just like a personal kind of one to a client, of things that they can maybe do. Some of you guys do Reiki or meditation, you know, those are things like that. Again, you might be able to do in a virtual capacity. You know, what other hidden skills do you have that you haven't tapped into? You know, maybe you're just, you know, secretly you're amazing at like social media and things. Maybe you could just do like a little mini course for that, to help other people out with as well. And that will give you like some income to kind of be generated in. Hair, you know, I tried to think of some hair ideas as well because I realised the other stuff was very kind of beauty and holistic. So, you know, hair-based ideas. So, you know, you could remind about the potential issues and dangers of box dyeing, you know, picking up a box off the supermarket shelf and things like that as well, because obviously I know that's an issue. Maybe you could retail some of those little mascara cover-up ones for like roots and things like that, and discuss that or show them how to use those properly. Maybe show them some hair designs that accentuate roots in a positive light. You know, like we're going to have an issue maybe if we shut down for a couple of months. There are going to be people walking out around with dodgy roots, aren't they, from their colour? So, you know, maybe they use that sort of purple shampoo as well. You know, how can they use that to freshen up their hair colouring? Maybe they're normally coming in quite regularly to you for that. Maybe they want to pick up a purple shampoo to take home. What about some at-home conditioning treatments? Show them how to do like scalp massage techniques with that. And some realistic things now as well, because people will they're desperate. They're going to start thinking themselves for stuff. So if we can maybe preempt that in a professional manner. So, you know, something that would be real for me, I probably wouldn't care about getting my hair cut so much. It's long, I can tie it up and things. But if I had a fringe and the fringe kind of had to stay and it's not something I really wanted to kind of clip up, then I'd be tempted to trim that myself. I'm just saying. So, you know, you could be maybe doing like a little tutorial just to show them how to do that maybe at home. How can they keep in touch with that and say like, you know, just this is how you can do it at home, and we'll fix it later when we see you again. Tips on maybe how to trim the kids' hair, or if they've got clippers at home and they've been hacking at their kids' hair anyway, you know, can you just show them a couple of really safe, simple ways of using them a little bit? Head lice, you know, what can they do about head lice if their kid suddenly gets head lice or something like that? You know, there's some other natural remedies that they can use. And then some fun things as well they can do, like some hair up designs, stuff for kids and adults, maybe plaiting, maybe kind of let's add curls like, you know, the old fashioned way, like do the ragging or something like that. You know, I know that we go very much to like maybe our tongs or setting rods or something like that, but you know, maybe we can just go back to some traditional things that people could do at home, you know, just for a little bit of fun, just to kind of jazz things up a little bit, because people are going to need this, aren't they? You know, think of the things that they can't get in to see you for a couple of months, you know, but it's going to drive them nuts eventually. They're going to look in the mirror every single day. You know, what is it you can do to help kind of sort of a little bit of damage limitation, really, because you know, we're going to have to fix whatever it is afterwards, whatever they do, but you know, maybe you can kind of help them out a little bit more. So you know, I'm hoping that helps. Food for thought for you. Have a little think about what will work for you. Think outside the box. Think about what no one else is prepared to do. I would say that, you know, one of my kind of biggest things is like, you know, I don't want to be a victim. I don't want to wallow. I'm a very proactive person. I'm like a real big planner. I write lists for everything. And that's kind of what I think you should be kind of doing now, really, is just sitting there thinking, okay, it's going to get crap. It's going to, isn't it? Let's be realistic. We're going to go through something a little bit tough, and some of us will survive and some of us won't do in terms of our businesses. You know, and that is a realistic statistic. But I think, you know, if we can be proactive as much as possible, engage, look at other viable options to keep things ticking over, then you'll see, you know, as many people as possible the other side. And I think, you know, help out people that are in your local area or people that you know online. Share ideas as much as you possibly can. You know, if you don't work from home maybe, and you work in a salon or something like that, bring a few props home with you, particularly if we do go into lockdown, so that you can start doing maybe some of these little tutorials and things like that as well, some little self-help guides and stuff. And you know, there are things like that anyway, like things like that for your clients anyway, when you do like little like tips of how to look after something or things that they can do at home. It's not stopping them necessarily coming to you, it's pitching you in more of an air of like an expert, really, and kind of confirming that, really, you're still that more of an air of authority, really. And so you're not going to be, by showing them how to do a few things at home to tide them over, you're not taking that away from you, you're adding to that experience, you're adding to the knowledge you have, and kind of reaffirming that in their minds. And also then, you know, let's face it, most people like to be pampered and things. They're going to want to come back and have that stuff done afterwards. And we just want to show that we can be there for them, we can help them through this, and we will be there the other side as well. And so I think we need to try and be as positive as we possibly can be in what could potentially get quite a dark time as well for people. And I think, again, you know, if you've got anything that you can do from a mental health point of view, that you have some of those kind of skills, then I would utilise that as well. Bring that in for your clients, bring some of those areas in of your expertise, because people are going to need that as well. And, you know, we don't want people to kind of go, you know, too sort of insular as well. We want to try and keep people kind of as much as we can on a positive outlook. As well as being pragmatic and as well as being sensible and realistic about things as well. You know, we don't want to live up in the clouds and think it's all sunshine and rainbows, because it's not going to be. But I always think, you know, a little bit of planning makes the world a little bit less scary as well. But that's my own personal opinion, and you might disagree, and again, that is absolutely fine. You're completely entitled to your own opinions, and you might think anything that I suggested here might not work at all, and that again is fine. This is just a few hints and tips I thought I'd put together for my learners that I thought might be useful for everybody else, and I thought I'd share them with you all today as well. So I hope you have a really good day. We'll look and see what kind of happens, and how like the world's going to work in the next kind of you know, few days to a week. You know, it's going to change daily, it's going to change probably even hourly, on an hourly basis, I guess. We'll only find out, won't we? So stay safe, wash your hands, and yeah, think outside the box, see what you can do, how can you help others around you, how can you help your clients lives, you know, make them better. And yeah, I look forward to kind of, you know, seeing you all again soon. I will be dropping a few more bits and pieces on the educator side of things soon. I just thought I'd kind of scrap that for the moment, and get in with some stuff that I can really help people out with as well, because I think if we're in a position to help, we should try, shouldn't we? So have a great day.